Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I am Milk and this is Milk Astrology, and today we're going to be doing a weekly tarot video. As you guys can tell, the sun's kind of setting. I'm a little behind today on the one job that I had, so live, laugh, love. So this reading is for my mutable signs. If you are a Pisces, Virgo, I don't know why I'm counting. I'm a teacher. If you are a Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Gemini, this reading is for you. Please apply your moon sign. You can apply other signs. I just feel like the moon sign is better, you know? So I have King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, reversed. Watch your money this week, guys. Pay attention to what you're investing your energy and time into. Make sure that you're not coming up feeling drained. High Priestess and the Sun reversed. Okay, you're very overly dedicated. You are overly dedicated. King of Wands reverse. Okay, so King of Wands reverse following the High Priestess and the Sun reverse automatically makes me feel like you are working too hard, or you are overcommitted to taking care of people in your life to the point that you now need to blow off steam in extreme or very intense ways. You are reaching burnout, you are feeling fatigued, and you are also feeling restless. I also have Four of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and the Hermit reversed. Okay, so this is really interesting because on one hand, it's like you have something to be excited about. You have some new opportunity or something that's really opening up to you. And I feel like there is almost like maybe a job opportunity, some kind of financial gain this week, or maybe you are able to like make a new friend, meet someone new or exciting, maybe romantically. It's almost like there's something to look forward to, but there's a lot holding you down, if that makes sense. It's like rationally, you know, things aren't as bad as they could be, but it's like you're just exhausted. Now let's get into all this, because I feel like you're very cryptic lately, and I feel like it's almost like you're getting presented with an opportunity to meet someone, but it's like you don't even want to put yourself in the situation to get to know someone. You don't want to try anything new. You don't want to give anything a chance. I feel like you're so dedicated to, how do I say this? You're like really dedicated to putting your family first. So you don't like to do things for yourself, or you don't like to go on dates because you're trying to like always be present for your parents or present for your siblings, or you're working overtime this week trying to like be overly prioritizing or focused on your career. But it's like they don't hand out awards for being the nice. I don't want to say like being nice is bad, but I feel like sometimes being a doormat isn't something that you think it is. Like, you're not going to get an award for being a doormat for someone or something in your life while you're also putting off your own needs and desires. This is not a time to be so over invested in productivity, but more of a time to allow yourself to think of what brings you joy, what brings you excitement, what do you want to pursue, what are you excited to try. I definitely feel like you have lost kind of your curiosity. I feel like you're like watching certain people or certain things around you, and you're trying to like figure out what they want, and you want to give them what they want instead of like focus on what you want. It's almost like this person needs me to do this, so I can't even think about what I want to do today because my day now is decided. And I feel like because of that, you're essentially just putting yourself on the back burner, you know? And this could also be like maybe like someone watching this is like a mom, and maybe you're a mother who's constantly caring for your child, and you know, you're constantly, maybe you're working and you're caring for your child, but there's no you time. There's not enough you time. And I get like, you know, in situations like that, you have a baby, you can't just like constantly drop everything to, you know, have a me day. You can't tell your child, I'm gonna go have a me day, I'm sorry, even they're like 2 years old. But at the same time, I kind of feel like you don't, just because you have an obligation to something or someone doesn't mean it's an excuse to completely neglect yourself. Sometimes self-care is like just remembering to drink water or bathe that day. Like, sometimes it's not like this big cookie cutter Pinterest board of going to a lavish resort 5-star spa. You know, sometimes it's just very basic small things that you just need to feel better, like remembering to put some face cream on before you fall asleep because it feels good. Also, hopefully, if it's a good one, it works. But yeah, so I just feel like those are the kinds of things that you need to think about this week. Is it's okay to feel obligated to do things, but you also need to make sure that you still have a life outside of what you feel obligated to do this week, because it's making you cynical and it's making you not want to give anything else a chance. It's like you're so burnt out, but you're so like loyal to whatever it is that you feel like you have to continue to do, that the idea of even doing anything for yourself is just like makes you cryptic. Like you don't even want to try, you don't even want to, maybe you were invited to go have drinks with a friend, maybe you were invited to go to a new event or a restaurant or something, and I just feel like you're exasperated with even trying, because I feel like you have too much going on that you essentially don't have the guts to put boundaries up with, you know? This could be a time where you actually just need to like tell people you're at your limit instead of constantly just like being a yes man. It's okay to have time for yourself. But yeah, that is this week's reading for you. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that you take away doing something for yourself this week. If you want a personal reading with me, one-on-one, where I'm reading either your astrology chart or your tarot, I do them for only $10 on Patreon, so, you know, consider me. And I will see you in next week's video. Cardinal signs, if you are a Aries, Capricorn, Libra, or Cancer, this reading is for you. I would prefer that you apply your moon sign, but yeah. I have Two of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Emperor. So when I see this, I'm like, okay, so you're taking charge, maybe some relationship in your life, you're really prioritizing, it's going well, you're excited. I feel like you're very hopeful, you're very optimistic to pursue something new for yourself, or go after a new hobby or interest, or maybe I'm in a situationship with someone. I feel like you're like getting your life back on track after having a hard time knowing which direction to go in. This week I need you to be careful about the company that you keep. And I'm not fear-mongering. I'm not saying there's a monster that's going to get you. But I do have the Hierophant, and I do have the Star, and I do have the Magician, but they're all reversed. So automatically when I think of all these cards together reversed, I think of like someone in your life perhaps being a little bit manipulative or controlling or bossy. I'm worried about your health, but this could also be like just mentally. Like I'm worried about like being tied down to something, stressed. And then with this one, I'm worried, I'm kind of in this spread specifically, I'm not really worried about your physical health too much, but I'm worried about your mental health, because I feel like you're in the middle of recovering, and like it's almost like, you know how like when everything's going good and you're finally like on your feet again after taking a really hard fall, and you're getting back out there, you're trying, and that's usually when the opportunists come out to play. You know, like the people that are like seeing your success and wanting your success. And I think it's really easy to be giving, because the cardinal signs specifically, especially cardinal moon signs, you guys are not materialistic. You guys work hard, but you want to spend your own money. So you don't really care about being generous. Like you don't really care about being stingy. You're going to, if someone needs something, you're like, sure. If you're, especially if things are going well for you, if you're starting to see money trickle back into your bank account, if you start seeing your money grow in your bank account and someone needs a favor, you're like, yeah, sure. Like you're more casual about it. However, this doesn't necessarily mean that you should be. And I'm not saying again that like something bad's gonna happen, someone's crazy, you need to like not trust anyone, but you need to trust yourself. I think you're relying too much on the input of other people right now. Like I feel like maybe you're in a situation with your job, or you're in a situation maybe romantically, and you're asking your friends for advice. I feel like you need to trust yourself a little more, because I feel like you're getting the wrong advice from someone. And also, you're very cryptic lately. I think both you have an insecurity that you need to work through and let go this week, because it's really defining like your outcomes. And I'm not saying that manifestation is like anytime you think a negative thought, it's going to happen. But I do think sometimes if we're only looking for the negative, we're only going to see what isn't going right. And then I think on top of that, you have someone in your ear this week that's like very much feeding into this, feeding into being negative or looking for what could go wrong. And they're really just like, kind of like that scene in Bridesmaids where Kristen Wiig sits down and she's like, it's my first time flying, I've never flown before, I'm a little nervous. And then the person like next to her just like turns over and is like, we're all gonna die. And it's just, that's kind of like the vibe. Like, be careful of who you express your insecurities or your fears to right now, because I feel like they're really just kind of feeding off of it. And I don't think maybe they don't mean to. I'm not demonizing anyone. Maybe they don't mean to. But it's not helpful to you. And I feel like you need to just take back your power this week, and you need to focus on what shots you want to call, instead of constantly asking someone else to call the shots in your own life. That was a little wordy, but hopefully that added up, that made sense. If you liked this, I do one-on-one readings on Patreon for only $10 a month. You can ask one question each month that you are subscribed, as long as you ask in the month that you are redeeming the question for. And I do tarot, astrology, all that jazz for $10 a month, and you can cancel anytime, so there's no traps. And yeah, if you like this, please give a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. This is for my fixed signs, my Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. This reading is for you, and I would prefer you apply your moon sign, but I respect if you don't want to. Sometimes I get annoyed when I wait, hold on. Sometimes I get annoyed when I see a spread after just reading for another modality. So like, for example, I just read for cardinal signs, and I was kind of like warning them to be careful of the company they keep. But like, I feel like that message is also kind of trickling over to you. Except for them, it was a bit more vague. For you, I feel like you definitely already have someone in mind that you're worried about or annoyed with, or maybe have already had a disagreement with. Watch your money. Okay, so I have Five of Cups reversed. I have Page of Swords reversed. I think that you have a lot of ideas of what you want to do next, both in relationships in your life and also goals. But I feel like it's a little bit misdirected. It's kind of like you want to do everything all at once. You want to do everything as fast as possible, and it's not getting done because you're not really thinking things through right now. You're a little bit more impulsive. I think this also stems from the fact that you've been leaning into some bad habits lately. I have the Devil card, so you could be stressed and then using your stress or channeling your stress into ways that aren't really healthy for you. So like, maybe you quit smoking and then this was a week that you picked up a cigarette or you vaped or something, or maybe this is a week where you spent more than you promised yourself you would spend, or I don't know, maybe you told yourself you would implement a vegetable into your weekly diet and didn't. I don't know, something really just like in terms of just not doing things that are most ideal for you. I feel like this is the stress part though. Like, so this is like how you're dealing with the stress. The stress part is coming from a person, specifically maybe a specific group of people. I have Three of Cups reversed and I have Seven of Wands. So I am stereotypical, and a lot of tarot readers don't like to only use this card to say that Three of Cups reversed is three's a crowd, or like an issue with two parties. But I feel like Seven of Wands is also showing me three people. So it's hard for me to not think this. I feel like there is a situation where either two people around you are having a disagreement and you're caught in the middle, or two people around you are crossing boundaries and you don't know how to navigate the situation, or you don't really know how to enforce your own boundaries of your own expectations for both of them. I definitely feel like you're defensive. I have Nine of Wands, and I think it's because you're an observer in this issue or in this conflict. Like, you know that this dynamic between them, and maybe you, again, maybe you're caught in the middle having to give them both advice when you think they're both in the wrong, or maybe you think one of them is in the wrong, or I don't know, it's just, there's a group dynamic this week that's like really stressing you out, and I feel like you've gone silent. You decided to not speak. You decided to recede into your shell, be passive, tell people what they want to hear. I have the Temperance reversed. I have Seven of Pentacles reversed. I feel like you're just kind of trying to be the middleman or trying to be like just the glue that holds everything together. But here's the thing, it's not your job to be the glue that holds everything together. And I feel like, you know, fixed moons, you definitely love to take care of people, and you definitely love to not necessarily have control over people, but have control over your surroundings, your situations. You like to know the outcome. You like to be around people that you can predict their behavior. You know, people who are too erratic make you uneasy. But this isn't a situation that either might not necessarily concern you or might not even be your problem. You're trying to like fix other people's problems for them, or like fix people's bad behavior for them. And it's really taking a toll out of you, probably more so than them. And I think it's important that as much as you care about these people, or you want to be helpful or be prioritizing of these people, I feel like it's not getting you anywhere. If anything, it's making you recede back into versions of yourself you thought you walked away from. It's making you more nervous, more anxious. I don't think that you're coping with your environment that well this week. And either you need better friends or you need better boundaries. That's kind of the vibe. This week is heavily focused on you being kind of like the good guy caught in the middle. Maybe for some people you're dating someone and you find out they're in a relationship. I don't know. It's kind of like you find out it's just a weird situation that you weren't necessarily guilty of, because I feel like with the 7 of Wands cards, I feel like this is you caught in the middle of like someone else's bullshit. But it's not your problem, and it's not your job to fix other people's problems. So I think that that's just really important moving forward, that you like navigate through, or that you identify with, because you're a fixer. And the problem with fixers is they usually end up fixing everything around them and then end up with a lot of stuff that they have to carry. So my advice for you this week is to really just be more clear with your communication. And honestly, you don't have to text people back immediately. You don't have to answer the phone if you see the phone and your heart's panicking because you don't want to talk. It's okay to be drained and tired sometimes of people that you love and still want to be friends with. And also, it's okay to not be friends with people you love. It's okay to wake up one day and change your mind about people. And I think you have to allow yourself to, I love all the cars passing, experience that. Also, if you do want to have a one-on-one reading with me, I offer them for $10 on Patreon, and you can cancel at any time so I don't trap you. But yeah, so thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you really just are there for yourself this week instead of trying to be there for everyone else. And I hope that you treat yourself this week and do something nice for you, because I feel like you're getting caught up in too much nuance. And my dog woke up. Look. Like, why is he? Hi. Oh, anyways, have a good day, guys. I'll see you in next week's video.